Alright, so let's finish the saucer off. So when I set this under the clamp, it glued a little off center, so much for all that effort that I put into getting it on center. Alright, so what I've done with these two 10mm LEDs is to shoot them with some Rust-Oleum's frosted glass. That gives it a really nice, smooth, foggy appearance overall. If you don't have that, you can get some, say, 400 sandpaper and do the entire surface down. That'll scuff it up and help disperse the light. If you have a file, that would do it as well. Either way, no problem. And also what I've done here, as you can see, is to twist the legs together on the positive and negative lines. So what I was just attempting to do there was to separate the two positive resistors just a little further. I don't want to bend these too much. Basically, when you're dealing with these LED legs, you can bend them once or twice, but 3 times, maybe 4, it's over. You gotta get a new LED basically in most cases. So I want to do that as little as possible. And my idea here is to simply balance it on the bar and glue it down wherever it needs to go. So what I'll have to do is go and wire this up with a few inches of... So what I'll have to do is go and wire this up real quick, and we'll splice it into this guy here, and then that will run down through the neck. And then we can close the saucer up entirely. So let's pull this wire out. So a little trick I'm going to do here is that since this is so close to the end of the wire overall, I'm going to make a really light cut here and kind of pull the wire apart just a little to expose some bare wire. That's what I was hoping to do. Let's cut it a little more. So there's a little bit of that exposed. And there's a little black exposed. So I'm going to run these on each side here. So it looks like red is comfortable on the port side and black is comfortable on the starboard. It's too bad these almost reach themselves, but we still need something to go down into the neck anyway. Yeah, otherwise I would just do that. So let me go and solder this guy up real quick. I'm going to trim down the legs here so they're not quite as obvious. Jeez. What I'm also going to do is take some rubber cement glue, nice fresh jar of it too, and I'm not going to coat the resistors, but I am going to coat all the wires leading up to the resistors and just after the resistors. LEDs don't generate heat themselves, however resistors do. And we'll just place that over the top there. I'll have to bring this wire in close. So I'll just solder these two ends. Looks like I've got a lot more room with the black. Alright, and with these two guys soldered, what I'll need to do is put this back through the neck. I'm going to have to taper these wires in towards the glow-in-the-dark sprue. Let's see if these still fit. And with plenty of room, no problems at all. Excellent. So now it's just a matter of So now it's just a matter of powering it up. So now it's just a matter of powering it up and getting it centered. That's pretty good as is right there. And I will have to glue the clear pieces on now. Actually, I need to fog these. Now, even not gluing them in place, I should be able to get this pretty well centered. I'll have to center the bottom independent of the top, I think. I might even be able to do that just by fixing these wires in a particular place. And once I like them, I'll just glue them into place. Yeah, so the bottom is looking good, the top is a little off. So now I've got the top, but definitely not the bottom. Now I've got the top and the bottom. Let me glue this bit of wire into place at least so we got a reference point. I'll drop a little bit of glue there and a little bit of glue here. Now I'll dab a little bit of glue in the back on that LED tape to make sure that doesn't pull up. In fact, that's not too bad an idea overall, is to put a little dab of super glue at the just a drop or so every little once in a while, and then put the lid on top and clamp it down, so that way you can make sure that this is really going to fit and be nice and tight. So let's put this aside for the moment to let this dry.